Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Jose from Southern Life. We're here in Bonita Shores. This is part of Naples, but most people think it's part of Bonita because it's called Bonita Shores, and it's actually right near Bonita. But for all practical purposes, this is actually Naples. It's Collier County. Naples. Yep. Bonita Shores is part of Naples, Collier County. A lot of people don't realize that. They think it's part of Bonita. It's kind of a piece of Collier County that stretches all the way up here. Usually they pick up garbage here on Thursday night. Today is, what's today, Kenny?
It is Tuesday.
Tuesday, but they didn't pick it up, so it's going to stay over a week longer than usual. It's a nice neighborhood. Overpriced like all places in Southwest Florida, but for under $300,000 you can get a tiny little house. In fact, we were looking at one of our live streams and we compared a $300,000 house here to a $300,000 house in other parts of the country, and it was pretty obvious that it was quite the upcharge for whatever reason. We'll just camera a little bit over this way, but this is Bonita Shores nonetheless. Bonita Shores, it's not a bad area. There's nothing within the immediate area. It's kind of, it's about a 10-15 minute drive. It's not ridiculous. There's close access to the beaches though. This is Bonita Shores, part of the Naples area. There's a papaya tree right there, 2 papayas. Papaya trees. Yeah, every once in a while you see a mango or an avocado tree. You can definitely smell the red tide here today. You can feel it and smell it. Ooh, it's a Yukon just like ours. From New York.
My sinuses hurt.
Your sinuses hurt? Yeah, mine are killing me. I feel like I got punched. I feel like I'm getting like, it feels like somebody's drilling
Punching my face.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I can feel it too. My eyes are like closing up and I feel horrible. It's pretty bad with this red tide thing here as well. I mean, you're close to the water, so right now there's high levels in Collier County and in Lee County. So both counties are dealing with extravagantly high rates of red tide, and it makes you feel very, very sick.
What about Charlotte County?
Charlotte, Sarasota, and Manatee counties have low levels at this point, but here they're high concentration. And you can definitely feel it. It's made our trip quite miserable being down here.
Yeah.
And I remember when I lived down here how miserable I was. I'm kind of glad to be where we are now, in Alabama, where we can breathe fresh air. This is just miserable. And people here are very paranoid of what's going on in the world. I mean, I talk to people here and I'm like, wow, dude, you've kind of lost your freaking mind, haven't you? You've been in isolation. You know, in prison, when you go to isolation, sometimes they gotta have a counselor come talk to you and say, all right, man, you've kind of lost it in isolation. These people here, a lot of them have kind of lost it in isolation. Where, yeah, no, they didn't even smile.
They did.
They smiled, but they smiled. They weren't even able to.
They're not happy we here.
I don't care what they think.
Okay.
But anyways, I kind of meet people here. I'm like, yo, you've kind of lost it, haven't you? They put you in that isolation cell for a little bit longer than what they were supposed to, didn't they? Meet people here. It's like, I don't know, Alabama's just like, we got so much space up there. They're like, oh, you're gonna be careful traveling. Like, bro, I live in the middle of the woods. I don't really deal with a lot of. I'm dealing with people now because I'm over here doing these videos, but I don't really care to be here, to be honest. Don't really care much to be here. But there it is, Bonita Shores. They're waiting for this person to make a turn. Maybe we should act like the locals and honk the horn at them, man. Get out of my way. I gotta poop.
Oh, don't forget the flicking of the ox.
Yeah. Oh, you can feel it, can't you?
Yeah.
Wow. ¿Tú no sientes los sinuses, papi? Wow. Dang it, man. What the crap?
I might have to wear one of those paint masks that cost $50.
Dang, man. You can feel that crap. Man. No, you're used to it. You're here all the time. Man.
Gas mask.
Give me a napkin from back there, baby. Wow, it's bad. You can like feel it hit you in the face.
Oh, yes, lovey.
I had people tell me, and they were like, "Oh, you went to the beach and you weren't wearing a mask," because they say you have to wear a mask for the red tide not to bother you. Like, man,
That's just nothing.
you gotta wear a mask to go to the beach.
You have to wear a gas mask.
To go, oh yeah, might as well freaking move to Alabama and be out in the woods where you don't have to deal with nobody. If you need a freaking, so you weren't wearing a gas mask to go to the beach. Like, yeah, it's the beach. You're supposed to be able to breathe fresh air. And then you got the idiots who are like, oh, red tide's been around forever. It has. And I've lived here for 20 years, and only in the last 3 years can you actually smell the red tide and makes you sick. Never. Papi, ¿cuándo, en los 20 años que vivimos aquí, en los primeros 15 años, ¿cuándo la mala roja se enfermaba la gente? Nunca. That never happened. We've lived here in this area for 20 years. Only like in the last 3 years has the red tide gotten so bad it makes people sick. Red tide didn't make people sick.
It was a very small concentration, and it was further out in the water.
Yeah. There's no red tide make people sick. I've lived here for 20 years. You're going to tell me that it's normal? No, it's not normal. It's more normal for you if you've been here for 3 years.
Yo vine de Kentucky.
And you got people, ¿me viste de Kentucky?
Vine para aquí y estuve bien de salud.
Muchos años.
Mucho, no tan
Yeah, when I first came here, the air quality was great, man.
Para mí el corazón no es
Yeah.
problemas respiratorios.
You're telling me the red tide is normal to get sick during red tide. No, it's not. I lived here for 20 years. The first 17 years, I never had a problem with red tide.
Jose, can we go back to Alabama so I can breathe?
Stop acting like a little Karen. Putting on a show for the YouTube. Shut up.
I am a Karen.
Stop putting on a show, okay?
Okay. Can you give me a Karen shirt?
You don't need a shirt, you got the haircut.
Okay.
You're ready to go. You ain't telling me it's normal. It's normal. It's not normal.
No.
When the crap has it been normal for the red tide to kill fish from Marco Island to Sarasota all at once? That's not normal. You'd have it in a little spot. Oh, there's a little bit of red tide 10 miles out of Sanibel. Okay, a low concentration. You are not going to sit here and tell me that the concentration, size, magnitude of this problem is something that we've been dealing with. So many people that are here, they're in denial. They don't want to accept it. You know what I mean? I'm not in denial. So when I saw I was getting sick every day, I thought, okay, we got to get out of here. You know? In the last 3 years, I said, Katie, got to get out of here. This is going to get worse and worse. Because I see a direct correlation between development and development and red tide. Massive correlation. Because as soon as the fish disappeared, before that I fish a lot. That's my hobby. And I said, Katie, when they dredged, and like 3 or 4 years ago, when they dredged Spring Pass, I said, man, there ain't no fish left. The only reason I told Katie, the only reason I live here is to go fishing. If I'm gonna live here and I can't go fishing, what is the point of living here? Because you used to go fishing, you get all types of stuff. The last 4 or 5 years, you go fishing, and I noticed, like, man, there's more people fishing than there are fish in the water. So it wasn't sustainable. You could tell it wasn't sustainable. I mean, you could tell it wasn't something that was sustainable. You see more people fishing than there are fish in the water. And then I told Katie, I said, Katie, the only reason I live here is to go to the beach and fish. If I can't go to the beach to fish, why are we here? And that's basically the situation we're in, where, you realize that, to me, forget about runoff from, they've been planting sugarcane, and they've been doing sugarcane and all that for 50 years. The only thing that changed around here is the population, man. There's a lot more people here with all their golf courses and runoff and spray ant killer, and everywhere you look at somebody's starting a big bag of ant killer, a big bag of.
You remember?
Oh, I worked in the house here. I worked in a lot of these houses. Well, that's Bonita Shores, and I guess one of the downsides to Bonita Shores is how little there is to do in this area. Other than go to the beaches. If you're a beach bum, it's perfect. Walmart's kind of far. There's not really much shopping over there. There is easy access to the beaches. Well, there it is. Bonita Shores. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like and subscribe. And comment about how you've lived in Florida for 40 years and it's normal. Yeah, it's normal. Just keep telling yourself that. Keep telling yourself that. It's normal to have to wear a gas mask to go to the beach, yeah. Because when in 1999 when we came to Florida, or year 2000, 1999 when we came to Florida, it'd be a normal thing to see somebody walking to the beach with a gas mask. That was normal. Sure. Okay. Sure enough.